Boom, boom, boom. Let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop and buy ourselves some swag. What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you live from Site B. It's about 8:30 in the morning on this, the 21st day of February 2024, and it is beautiful, bright, and sunny. Thank you, spring. Power went out here at Site B last night around 6 p.m. That was weird. No warning, just boom. And it was weird because according to the website, the power had been out since 1 o'clock. I guess I just forgot to tell the power that it was supposed to be out since 1 o'clock because I had lights and energy at 1. And the second thing is, the second the power went out, my phone thought I was in San Diego for some reason. Not sure why, but it did. And third, when the power goes out here where I live, it's weird because like the entire world shuts down. It's like post-apocalypse, like no noise, no sound, no movement, no lights in any of the windows. I have no idea where my neighbors are. It's just last man on earth and his cat. Anyways, it's time to head on down to our friendly local game store. That is, if you are lucky enough to have a friendly local game store where you live in, and if you're lucky enough that that friendly local game store actively supports tabletop role-playing. If you live here where I live in Ventura, California, then the answer to that question is no, despite the fact that we have 6. None of them actively support tabletop role-playing. But you know who does have a tabletop role-playing game store that actively supports tabletop role-playing? The Salton Sea, a city with a population of maybe 600 people. Why? I don't know. I figure meth heads might want to play D&D. Anyways, starting at top, looks like a new release from Free League for Mutant Year Zero. Damn, I wish I still had my Core Rules copy of Mutant Year Zero because you can't get them anymore, and when you do find them, they're fucking expensive. There is a rumor, though, that they might be restarting everything, so they might be re-releasing Core Rules. We have heard a rumor regarding Coriolis that they're doing a new Coriolis thing, but we don't know if it's an expansion to the existing one or a complete restart, like a second edition. So fingers crossed they are going to do a restart of Mutant Year Zero, so I'll finally be able to replace the copy that I lost. Anyways, Ad Astra is $42, and it takes place in Mutant Year Zero space. So you can do Mutant Year Zero Earth, Mutant Year Zero space stations, Mutant Year Zero Mars, Mutant Year Zero Uranus. I said Uranus. From Osprey Games, we have Pressure, industrial science fiction roleplay. For a game called Those Dark Places. This is a hardcover core rulebook, $25. PCs bring law and order to the dark and dangerous corners of the deep black, and a rules-light, story-focused game of facing the darkness at the heart of humanity's fragile and claustrophobic space existence. Highly skilled agents, that's you, go out and do things, from investigating to neutralizing to tracking things. I think sort of Altered Carbon, kind of The Expanse, just cold industrial science fiction with none of the little, the weird trappings of, say, Star Wars. I'm watching Altered Carbon again on Netflix for I think the 3rd time, and the world building in Altered Carbon is so amazing. I'm willing to forgive everything else, just the world building, the slow build of, the characters and the background. It's really brilliant. I don't think it gets enough love. From Ace's Game, we have Unglorious, the core rulebook, Unglorious Ferryman Screen, Unglorious Sea of Bones, and Unglorious Lead of the Dead. These are all hardcover rulebooks and supplements for Unglorious. The core rules are $50. The screen is $20. Sea of Bones is $30. And Lead of the Dead is $30. In Unglorious, you start as dead. You find them yourselves in a world of the dead where you do stuff. Your character sheet is your death certificate, and then you set off to explore the world of the dead and the oceans of the dead and the boats of the dead and the deserts of the dead and the possibility of coming back from the dead. So it's just pretty much a typical grim, dark role-playing game with the added thing that you're dead. And then you have interesting abilities because you're dead and the world is dead and everything is dead. We're going to take a drink every time I say the word dead. From Anime 5e, we have Full Stava, the Infinite Crossroads, Full Stava, the Infinite Crossroads Map Pack, Adventure Volume Shadow 1, Shadow Threats from Dice-Skim Publishing for Anime 5e. Infinite Crossroads is $50, the map is $50, and Shadow Threats is $15. It details the history, culture, and magic of the world of Fulstava and its 8 continents, 14-player character species, all of it 5e anime-inspired type stuff. So fantasy anime-inspired 5e, because normal 5e isn't anime enough for these guys. I need it to be more anime. From Frog God Games, always one of my favorites, we have Tomb of Essential Horrors. This is for old school essential or any old school style D20 game, or pretty much any D20 game. It's just 100 monsters with stat blocks, black and white art, random tables, stuff like that. And so if you need 100 new monsters for your OGL retro clone game, here you go. Because when in doubt, make a book about monsters. From Goodman Games, we have 5th edition fantasy, The Prism of Redemption, and 5th edition fantasy, The Sunless Garden. These are Dungeon Crawl Classic 5th edition adventures, running about $10 each. Prism of Redemption is for 4 to 6 12th level characters, where you have to help a fallen angel who may or may not be up to something sinister. And the Sunless Garden is both Dungeon Crawl Classic and 5e. You arrive in a seemingly abandoned trading post, and something horrible has happened as everybody in the village has been turned into trees. And you have to deal with evil trees and an evil tree ant and evil bushes. And yeah. These are about $10 each. None of these really stand out to me, except for maybe the Mutant Year Zero. But make up your own choice. Call ahead to make sure your friendly local tabletop role-playing game store has these products in stock. And if they don't have them in stock, they can order them for you. Remember, now more than ever, it is important to support our brick-and-mortar mom-and-pop friendly local game stores, as more and more of them are just getting destroyed by the advent of digital and the advent of the Amazon thinking of how to do physical role-playing games. So yeah, it's a great time to support, pick up some obscure weird game, because who knows? And who knows if any of these 5e games will be able to be played after this week, because we still don't know what's going on with the new SRD, but I have a feeling it's going to be extremely draconian. That's it. If you appreciate this content, let me know, and support your friendly local game store. Let's all go to the game.